Hello, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome to another video. If you are new to this channel, my name is Frank Zhu, and I'm a college professor teaching sociology, history, and philosophy. I'm also an award-winning landscape photographer. Today, let's talk about a very controversial topic. Why different religions struggle to coexist peacefully. The topic is controversial because not only different people have different opinions, but also people of different religious beliefs have different views. Even between believers and non-believers, there are arguments over fundamental questions in life. Besides, politically correct people will talk about it differently from those who don't care about political correctness. As for me, all religions are the same. None is more important than another. None is my favorite. When I look at a religion or discuss religious issues, I usually take a historical and philosophical approach, which further enables me to remain unbiased in my discussions and analysis. In today's video, I will focus on three major Western religions: Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. By the way, today's video is also an opportunity for me to answer one question which I get asked very often in my philosophy and history classes. Why military conflicts have been endlessly going on in the Middle East and particularly around the Palestinian areas. Considering the large-scale wars that have just broken out recently and the ongoing geopolitical issues in the Middle East, I think now is a good time to answer this question. It is true that these three Western religions are very much different, but it is also true that they share some similarities. First of all, just as Hinduism and Buddhism in the East originated from the same region, Judaism, Christianity, and Islam all emerged in modern-day Israel, Palestine, and their vicinities. Each of the three Western religions regarded Jerusalem as its holy place, which, by the way, is currently controlled by Israel. Moreover, they have intertwined origins and linkage. They developed one after another, with each subsequent religion building upon the previous one. Judaism was the first among the three. Christianity was born under the influence of Judaism, and Islam emerged within the social environment of both Judaism and Christianity. As a result, they are all monotheistic, and they share common ancestors. For example, they worship the same God, and they all believe in Jesus Christ, although Jesus is not regarded as the Son of God under Islam. Their spiritual books are all related with the same God, although they hold very much different views regarding the nature and identity of that God. Finally, as they share common historical root, they also have similar rituals and practices. For example, they all pray regularly, value charity, and emphasize pilgrimage. They all promise their believers that behavior will receive its proper rewards or punishments in the future, either going to heaven or hell. Considering these similarities, you may assume that the three religions should coexist naturally and peacefully. But history has proven that that has not been the case. The reality is that different religions can hardly coexist peacefully. Hostility and even military confrontations and wars have been a major feature of the relationships among the three religions ever since the beginning. A historical and philosophical analysis will reveal several major reasons for such hostility and confrontation. First, competition and hostility are inherently existent between different beliefs, let alone different religions. The very nature of religion is exclusiveness, because each religion makes claims about truth which are at odds with those of other religions. When there are multiple faiths in one small place, the very closeness naturally produces competition. Each religion wants to drive out the others. For example, in the Indian subcontinent, which gave birth to both Hinduism and Buddhism, there was once a fierce competition between these two religions. Eventually, Buddhism lost to Hinduism and was driven out of India. But in the Middle East, the three religions have had strong presence for thousands of years. In a place with several religions, each will naturally try to win the hearts and minds of people. Even when such a tendency to convert other people does not exist in reality, believers of one religion will assume that the others are trying to change them and replace them. Such instinctive alert and resentment towards any real or perceived attempt of conversion by the others is, of course, a strong reason for hostility, which often leads to wars. So, it is not surprising to hear some people argue that throughout history, more wars have been fought in the name of religion than anything else. Secondly, religion is a matter of faith. Therefore, it is impossible to use rationality or reasoning to explain why some people believe in one religion and hate another religion. When you truly believe in one thing, you will naturally reject any other beliefs that are different from yours. Rationality or reasoning is no longer relevant to you once you have placed your religious faith in something. When you and a person of a different religion have different answers to some fundamental questions in life, you won't resort to reasoning to resolve the differences. You become emotional and confrontational. When it comes to religious issues, differences and arguments will easily lead to conflicts, which can quickly escalate to a military war, because both of you are convinced that it is impossible to convince the other. Let us use mathematics as an analogy. When you believe that something is as true and as simple as 3 plus 2 equaling to 5, and when someone else does not agree with you, you would disdain them as stupid and ignorant. They even don't know that 3 plus 2 equals 5, you would declare. It would be hard for you to deal with or coexist with someone whom you believe to be stupid and stubborn. You would not tolerate their thinking and behavior, and you would not allow them to be together with you. In the same way, believers of each religion feel that only they have discovered the essential truths of God. All truly religious people always believe that their path is the only true one. All the others have simply failed to recognize this. They are either stupid or stubborn. Such irrational thinking leads to inflexibility and intolerance in the face of other beliefs. As a result, everyone holds the opinion that there is no other solution but to drive all the others out. And that is another major reason why it is impossible for different religions to coexist peacefully. Finally, which is probably the most important one, as each religion developed, It has tried and often succeeded in seeking the support of government or becoming the government themselves. Subsequently, competition over spiritual and philosophical issues often leads to competition for money, government office, and land. Competition also arises over public acceptance of certain specific ritual and architectural and land symbols, such as Jerusalem between the Jewish people and the Palestinians. Both of them regard Jerusalem as a holy place and a spiritual symbol of their faith. Furthermore, in the lands where these three religions have predominated, such as the Middle East, the state and the religion have become one and the same. Once a religion becomes the official doctrine of the state, it seeks to oppress the other religions by using the power of state. When religious differences lead to political differences, it often results in military conflicts. This has been the case in this region throughout history. Besides, outside political influence and military powers are often drawn into regional religious issues as they provide support for one religion or another. Such involvement often results in large-scale military confrontations, deepening the hatred for one another and making it even more difficult for different religions to coexist peacefully. Well, I think that is all for today. As always, thank you so much for watching this video, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one.